Hey there, and welcome to my channel. If you're new here, my name's Rebecca, and I'm an organic, no-dig gardener in very, very hot, sticky Central Virginia at the moment. And this morning, or earlier today, this morning, I was out picking some green beans, and actually some purple potted green beans. And I noticed that my bean plants were getting shredded, basically skeletonized, which is a sign of a bean beetle. And that is not a good thing. But I'm hoping that I'm able to catch this before it gets to be a major infestation later in the summer. So let me show you what I mean. Gardening is not for the faint of heart. If you have a strong ick factor, you may have some trouble dealing with some of these things. So take a look at these bean leaves. See how they've just been skeletonized. Certainly something has eaten them. And when it gets to be advanced, what you'll see is the leaves actually will die and the plant will suffer. Now, this plant has been producing fine up to now, but I am determined to get this under control before it gets out of control. So what are we going to look for here? Well, I see exactly what I'm going to look for. This is the larval stage of the bean beetle. And I am going to go and literally pick this thing right off. You can squish it with your fingers if you're not too worried about the ick factor. Or you can throw it in a bucket of, hey, in that case, lantern flies. As I said, if you're squeamish, gardening may not be for you. At any rate, I'm not squeamish, but I'm going to go get some more of these bugs. I'm also not an expert on all of this, but the life cycle of the bean beetle, they usually go through 3 life cycles a year, and 3 stages, 3 groups, and they overwinter in the ground, the larvae do, and then they come up, crawl out, and they begin to munch away. Now these guys they will grow into full-scale beetles if we let them, and we don't want to let them because it's even harder to get rid of at that point. Here's another one munching away on my leaves. So apparently what they do is they crawl up the plant and start nibbling. From what I understand, it's possible to really stop the infestation before it's too bad if you get them at this stage. Once, yeah, I just swallowed something, flew into my mouth. I don't think it was a bean beetle. Any rate, as I was saying, if you wait until they turn into beetles, well, it's harder because those little things can jump and fly. So it's best to get them in the stage where they're sluggish and just munching down on your leaves. I'm going to go do some more of this work. I'm going to check every single leaf. Yep, every single leaf. And I'm going to do the undersides first, but it's possible that they can get on the upper sides. There are some creatures that will, and you can also look on the stems. I've even found them on the stems of the plants as well. So I'm just going to systematically start at one side. I've started on one side, and I'm just going to go to the other side bit by bit. And hopefully I can get these guys before they decimate my crop, because I really want to have these beans. I love beans. Yeah, they've really been in here. Also, while I'm here and I see these lantern flies, I'm going to invite them to join their friends. It's really gross. Yep, there's one. Yep. Pretty much one per plant leaf grouping, it seems. Sometimes they're super, super tiny. So you really have to look hard, especially if it's a leaf that's not been touched yet. Chances are there might be one on there, but it might be really, really tiny, like hard to see. I like to get them at that stage because that's before they've done too much damage. All right, so that's how I'm dealing with the bean beetle larva. So far, I've not seen any full-grown beetles, but it's only a matter of time. They grow pretty quickly. So now I can put something on it like neem oil, which is good for chewing insects, but I'm reluctant to do that now because the temperatures are just too hot. And so I think I can prefer to just hand pick. I can inspect most of my plants at this stage. They've not gotten so huge that I can't get to them. So I'll just spend some time now that the shade is coming over to this part of the garden and finish up this. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that you'll throw a like down there. Do feel free to comment. I encourage you to comment. I love interacting with my followers. And do subscribe. Thanks and happy gardening. Bye.